All right, YouTube, welcome back to another day on a hot roof. All right, today we got a AAON unit that I did a video on this earlier that I quoted out because the overload is burnt out contactor and has a grounded out blower motor, and that's what we're going to be replacing today with new motor pulley, fan pulley. Here's the new one on my little cart. Got the umbrella for some shade while we get this pulled out and changed. So as usual, thanks for watching. Hope you like it. Don't forget to like and share. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm gonna take you along while we get this 3 horsepower motor changed and get the new one installed, test it, and all that fun stuff, and get this unit back on for them. So, be right back. All right, guys, let's get this thing pulled out of here. It's on a tray, slide tray, so may not be too bad. There you go. And remember, right up top here, if I can get it come out a little bit more, watch this switch right here, or you'll break this limit switch. A lot of times what I like to do is just unplug it and get it out the way. That way we can pull it out enough, because we got to be able to get to the motor pulley. Make sure you don't pull it out too far or it will fall. Here's our motor pulley right here. Get it out enough to where we can get that off and check the alignment. And get this thing loosened up a little bit so we can get the belt off and get the power disconnected. Here's our motor, so I'll pull it out just a little bit more. I'm tugging on that, so I'll loosen that up. That way I can try to get a puller on that side. Don't want to pull it out too far, or like I said, it'll fall on you. All right, so let's get some stuff, and I won't break no wires. Off on the limit switch. All right, let's get this loosened up and get this belt off, and be right back. Okay, I got the motor belt loose. Loosen up here, here, and use these bolts on the bottom, raise it up and down. Now we can get the belt off without straining anything. We have a new belt that's going to go on, and while I am doing the motor, I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up this set screw and spray this down. Hopefully it'll come off easily. Same with the motor pulley. Get it loosened up and sprayed, and that's been in there for a minute. Ooh, that's tight still. There we go. Actually, I need the one in the back. That's for the adjustment. This one is in the back to get it off. All right, so I would take some PB blaster and shoot these up. Let this start loosening up. All right, and let that work. Now let's get the electrical disconnected. So these are cramped on. Looks like might just have to cut them loose. Yeah. All right, we're just gonna have to cut them loose because these are crimped on. And this is wired up for high voltage. It's wired up for high voltage. And then we got these right here. So what I'm gonna do is mark it. Hopefully when I hook it back up, I have the phase, because the motor should be the same, and we'll still have to check the phase on it though. But hopefully I can get the phase right. So this is 3, so we're going to put a 3 on this one. This is 2, and all right, got the motor in, got it level, got the new pulleys, belt tension, and I use the belt tensioning tool, which is right here. It's made by Browning, and I'll show you how to do that. That way it'll give you the proper tension on your belt. It comes with a chart on what the Browning pulleys, what belt tension you should have. So what you do is measure your span, your belt span, center to center, see what that is. In my case, it's about 25 inches apart. On the bottom here, you have inches in span. Take this big O-ring right here, and you put it about where 25 is, but it's in tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so forth. So I got it set at about 25. You take the smaller O-ring for your deflection, put it at 0. Take a straight edge, go across the top of the belt, like so, or whatever straight edge you're going. I'm using a string to give it to me. Then you take your deflection tool, go in about the center of the belt, and you press down to that first O-ring, gets to your straight edge. Then you read it here. The chart had this at 7.2, and I am at 7. And there you go. And then you just tension your motor up or down to get your tension. That gives you the correct belt tension, deflection for Browning pulleys. And we're lined up. I don't know if you can see that. Pulleys are aligned. My motor is level. I got a bullet level right there. My motor is level. So motor's in, it's ready to go. So all we got to do is push it back in to where I can get the wiring done. We'll get the wiring done. Then come over here. We got to replace, you can see that this overload fried, and I had that in another video. Get this overload replaced and the contactor. Here's my new one. This is the new overload. Get that one out, get the new contactor in, and get the power restored. And then we'll take an amp draw, make sure we're running at the right amps, and leave it running. So give me a minute, let me get this pushed back in. We'll get the wiring done and then jump over on the other side. Okay, gonna get this wiring done. Right up for high speed, not high speed, but high voltage. So we need 6 and 9, which is 6 and 9. there. And we're going to use insulated crimp-on, whoops, I got my glove, crimp-on connectors. I won't have to worry about them coming loose. Like so. And next one, 5 and 8, and 4 and 7. That's 7, 4 and 7 is right here. A nice good tight crimp. Let me hit that one more time. Like that, and then 4 and 7. This is 8. Oh, wait a minute. No, I did 4 and 7. 4, 7. So we need 5 and 8. This is 8. And this is 5. And the other remaining 3 should be 1, 2, and 3. That's 2. One, and this one should be 3. Yep. Get this one done. They're good and tight. So, just personal preference. I like to tape mine up whenever possible. Alright, so these head end tucked in out the way. this is gonna wind it back up the way the other one was. Hopefully the rotation will be right. That's good. And 2 more. R2 here. All right, my L2. They're getting tight. And the last one. Getting tight. All right, we gotta get the overload and contactor installed now. So let's get this mounted. Okay. Got the overload. All right, that's in. Get the wires off. All right, so, and here's our fan motor wires. Just trim them back a little bit. Okay. Yeah, get back here and get these hooked up and need a longer. Okay, just make sure everything's good and tight. So all we do is change the contactor now, and it should be ready to bump on, check rotation, amp draw, and all of that. So be right back. All right, got the new overload installed, contactor, everything. That don't look like it's up far enough. Let me loosen that up and get that contact in there a little bit more for the overload. But I've already got it set for manual reset. This fan is allowed to run 4.2 amps. I got it just a little before 4.5 to trip the overload and on manual reset. So I'm not liking the way that is. Let me fix that and then bump it on, check the rotation, and get an amp draw. All right, we got it running, and it look like we might be running backwards. Might have to reverse that rotation, so Let me stop it, see which direction that's going. Yeah. All right, so let me correct that and be back in a minute. All right, YouTube, my mistake. It was going in the right direction. I'm seeing things. So let's get it on. Let's get the door closed and yep, it's pulling it. Let's get an amp draw. Like I said, it's I gotta close that door tighter. Allowed to run according to the data tag 4.8 is full load. And we are running 3.8. So amp draw is good. We got the right amount of amps. Everything's looking good. Voltage. So we'll leave it on. It's not calling right now, just for the fan. Not calling for any cooling. And then we'll get the cooling. Well, not the cooling. Cooling's good. It was just a bad fan motor. But we'll get everything set, get the door closed, get some finals, and I'll be back with you in a minute. All right, guys, unit is running. Both stages of cooling is running. We're reading under ampage, allowed to run 4.8. Amp draw is good. This unit's back up and running. This was a AAON unit 2002. So I'm gonna get my stuff picked up, get off of this roof. So thanks for watching. Again, don't forget to like and share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.